again.
Welcome back. You might be noticing we're not sitting next to each other. I miss you, Kel. We
Yeah.
are both, I mean, I am really under the weather. Kelly had it last week. I have it this week. A lot of people around us have it. And we just had to give ourselves a little bit of a break here so we don't continue to infect each other and our families. And we thought it would be a really good chance for us to talk about how to allow yourself to take these breaks and take care of yourself when your body's screaming that it needs it.
Yes. I think that is the big challenge, that we don't give ourselves that permission to pause. And so, Susan, you were sharing with me earlier that you had to kind of have a conversation with yourself. So say a little bit more
Well, I had to
about.
I mean, in my mind, I was taking that pause this morning. I could have gotten up, I could have muscled through, but I knew that any type of like running or exercise was not going to be good. I
Mhm.
also knew that having 4 long calls in a row wasn't going to be good.
Yep.
So I allowed myself to just take a couple of them and just pause them and say, you know what? And felt bad because that part of me that wants to please everybody
Yeah.
was not was feeling violated because I didn't want to say no, but the clients were so understanding.
Yes.
Everybody, you hear my voice and I'm not doing well. So I think
Yes.
just giving myself the permission to take that pause helped. I'm definitely feeling like I'm turning the corner, I hope.
Yes, let's hope. But that is what people don't do. And we wait until we get to this place where we're extremely depleted and your body says to you, sister, you're done. Like, I am going to take, if you don't go down, I'm going to take you down. And so that's why building in a pause in some way, shape, or form every day is really good self-care, because what that ultimately does is it allows you the sustainability and keeps you and prevents you from landing in that land of burnout. So looking a pause to Susan, I know for you, it looks like a run, it looks like an exercise class or paddle boarding. It's playing music. It's connecting with people that you love. Those are those pauses that we can build into our day. It's for you, it's cooking a good meal. That's something that is a pause for you in a busy day, and that allows you to have that sustainability
I
over
think
time.
that's a good distinction because the pause can be movement. It
Oh,
doesn't have to be
absolutely.
still. Today, right now, my pause feels like it needs to be a nap.
Yes, yeah. Like on your couch, like no one talked to me. That's
Yeah.
what it needs to be.
Mm.
So it's building into your world a time where you can just not have to be on,
Right.
where you are just like in the moment and being, and whatever that looks like for you. It's not doing it once a week, it's not doing it every other Thursday, it's not doing it once a month.
Yeah.
It is doing it every single day, finding a way to pause in your life every single day. It will help you keep that sustainable energy that you need if you're going after goals, or if you are working and it's a really tough, you have tough deadlines for work. It's so important to be taking care of yourself when that happens.
Also need to give ourselves permission to say no.
Oh
So the
yeah.
pause is one thing, but also, right, being able to just say, no, I can't do that today, which is
Yeah,
also hard for us.
very hard, very, very hard, because number one, like, we don't like to say no. Most of us have that pleaser quality that we want to just say yes and we want to take on more. And the next thing you know, you look at your plate and it is heaping with responsibilities and demands. And if you are not taking care of yourself and you have all these responsibilities, you're going to end up feeling like you're not enough in some way, because you're not meeting all of the demands of the things that you've put on your plate. So it is crucial and critical that you be very clear about what your priorities are and what your goals are, what your vision is for yourself. And that is what gets most of your time, attention, and energy. And if it is not a priority, if it is not something that is fueling your goals and getting you to that bigger vision you have for yourself, then guess what? It's a no.
Yeah.
It's because you're saying yes to these things that matter most to you right now. So that's just
Exactly.
a good distinction to have when you're thinking about, well, how do I say, how do I say no? How do I determine what I say no to? You look at your priorities, you look at what matters most to you, what your goals are, what your vision is, and you say to yourself, if it's not in service of that, I'm going to have to say no for this season of my life. And that's
Or
it.
just this day.
Yeah.
Another piece of it also is how you relate to the people around you. So the other thing is giving yourself permission to set a boundary
Yes.
with
Yes.
someone,
Yeah.
right? Whether it
Yeah.
means, like, for me, I lock
Absolutely.
my front door because I have a lot of people that come in and out.
Yep.
And I've been staying in the back of the house because you know what? I don't have the energy. But I
Yeah.
know if someone's at my door, I'll want to say hello. And I just don't. So to me, it was a real physical boundary.
Yes.
There,
Yeah.
but
Well, I think you also you set some boundaries for yourself
yeah,
internally. Sometimes that's the place that we have to do. Like, I have to give myself permission, but I have to set the boundary that I am doing these 2 calls and that's it.
right.
And so I am not going to take on any more today. I am. And so it can be that physical boundary where we're like, okay, you know what? Like,
First shot.
I'm not cooking. I'm not taking anybody's children in today and baking
Yeah.
cookies with them. I'm not walking any children to school, but I am setting the boundary of I'm shutting my door, and so that could be one. But another way that we set a boundary is it's really looking at what is okay for you right now and what is not okay for you right now. That can be the distinction you can use when you're trying to figure out, okay, so like, where am I setting boundaries? So today it is okay for you to lay on your couch and take some rest after your calls. It's okay for you to take 2 important calls that you can't necessarily,
Right.
do today.
Right.
But it's not okay for you to be taking extra people into your home
Or to
today.
pretend that I'm feeling 100%, like to
Yes.
just that full workload.
Yes.
And
Yes.
muscle through, because what ends up happening, to your point earlier, that depletion usually results in the body. My body's not giving me a choice now. I have to.
Yeah.
Now,
Yes. And that's, and ultimately, I mean, everyone gets sick, and that's something that happens. Ultimately, what we're trying to avoid is that burnout, that like where if you don't do it, if you don't take yourself down, your body is going to take you down. And that is often what happens. I mean, if we really look, if you even look back, if I look back at this last month, it is not a wonder. It is not a wonder. So
a lot of people
us
around
to
me.
know,
I know.
to know what we're supposed to be doing and how we're supposed to be building this in, and we're doing a majority of this, even we can end up in that land of burnout. And that's really probably what's happened to the 2 of us in these last,
And a lot of people, we've seen a lot of people in the
Yep.
fall. The summer is a time where we're recharging, and then we dive back in the fall with so many obligations that can happen.
Yes.
So,
Another place I just want to talk about boundaries is in the workspace, because, with the flexible work world that COVID has provided for us, you used to say, I'm not coming into work today. And that was it. Like, I'm not working today. And now there is this all access
work is here. Yeah.
times, exactly, where if you're truly sick and it is like your body is saying all the things to you, it is okay to set the boundary with work that I can't come in today. I can't take that call. Even if I'm I don't need to be dragging myself to the meeting. You're going to get an exhausted, depleted version of who I am. My contributions are probably going to be less than they really would be. And it's a hard thing to do. It's a really
smart. Also not too kind to your coworkers.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. Yeah.
So there you go, Kel.
Yes.
How to take care of yourself, how to set those boundaries and say no and pause when you need to. If you like what you saw today, please comment, please subscribe to this channel. We put new content out every Monday, and we'll see you next time.
Yes.